All right, everybody. So I will be having some of the New World preview footage in the background as I just talk over it. Just to give you guys something, because it's pretty much we're just going over pretty much everything that's been gone over, anyways. But I just want to say a few things about the weapons. Not so much the enemies just yet, but weapons and the threat system that's going to be coming into place, like for Sword and Shield. And I believe healing? Targeted healing? Yeah. Anyways, so the rapier. Everybody is looking forward to the rapier, right? The whole parry thing looks really nice. Looks really cool and looks really clean for what they had. We've all seen it, all that video. Looks real nice, right? But I think a lot of people are forgetting that you have animation canceling now. And your skills will not go on cooldown now, said animation cancel. It was in one of the patch notes really early on. So, now, it pretty much is, if you cancel your animation before the attack frame begins, it will not go on cooldown. So, what you can do essentially, if and depending on the weapon, the slower weapons will probably be a lot easier to do with. I don't know. It all depends on the skill, the weapon, the timing. You're gonna have to get that timing down flat. Anyways, getting ahead of myself. Fainting, in other words. So you go in for an attack. You stop said attack, or skill in this case. You go in with a skill, you stop said skill. I don't know if it's going to use some, I think it's only cooldown, yeah, anyways, getting ahead of myself. Your cooldown will not go off. You will still have said cooldown. So, think about this in a PvP sense. So, we all saw that the rapier was bullying the Great Axe user, which I'll probably be using a Great Axe and a Sword and Shield. Maybe. More on that in a minute. Anyways, we all saw the rapier bully the Great Axe. Well, with that whole parry thing, they weren't really showing the whole, I guess, fainting thing that you could do. I don't really know if it's going to be much of a feint. Like, think, not in terms of For Honor, right? Not nowhere near that. But if you can start an attack and it looks like you're about to start an attack, and then you pull that attack back, but tricks the other person, making you think you're going to do that attack, and they proc theirs too early, and if they go to cancel but you were free to do another attack, you may be able to feint or fake your enemies out. Like, this is a whole PvP sense. This is what the whole thing that I'm talking about is for PvP. Right. The rapier talk for PvP, because I just want to get this out, because this has been in my mind for ages. Because that can give, like, if they go more into that whole fainting thing, it will give a whole new depth to PvP in New World. You already got the dodging, which I love. You can take a few hits and then dodge out of the way where no stamina cost whatsoever. So said in some patch notes. And if they throw that on top as well, that will make fighting in PvP so much more to it. It'd give it a whole new depth, which will be fantastic if it gets to that point. Because honestly, that'd be amazing. You already have iframes on your dodge rolls. You can block. I wonder if they're going to implement time blocking. Is time blocking a thing? I don't know, that'd be interesting. But imagine that time blocking. You now have time if they add time blocking, but you would have time blocking, feints, dodge rolls, parries now with the rapier. It would there would just be so much that you could take advantage of. So much more for your skill to shine is what I'm getting at. A lot more skill based rather than I have a bigger stick, you have the smaller stick, you lose type of situation, you know? Just situations like that. More skill play in PvP sense. Not open world PvP, I'm talking about when you go into arenas and stuff. In open world PvP, it usually should be whoever has the bigger stick should win, right? You don't want no low level wiping the floor with a max tier player. Anywho's, so we all know I'm going sword and board for my main weapon, but with the whole aggro system, my only fear with that is because if I'm gonna be going in. Like, I'll have a healer, of course, being a tank. Anyways, I go in planning on tanking. If I would swap, like, if I'm going to be blocking a lot of the hits and a lot of the time, my main concern is that the only weapon in the game is a sword and shield. There is no other shields you can use, no other heavy blocking weapon in the game. So it comes down to which would be my secondary weapon. You would think hatchet for the whole berserk thing, right? I would gain some immunity. That'd be another good offset. Gives some lifesteal, some survivability on top of the healers that will be healing me as well. Be able to chuck axes at a range, pull adds from a range, be immune for a short time, which isn't a terrible idea. But it kind of just limits. It makes me feel a little limited on which weapons I can use survival wise. Being a tank, having all the aggro from the mobs, because I'll be using the sword and shield. The shield's abilities, the shield smash and the shield charge to pull aggro majority of the time. So it just makes it tricky. Like, if I burn through all those cooldowns and I want to swap weapons to use something else, I guess you can argue a CC style weapon, right? I draw their aggro, I get them all close, and I start controlling them, say, with the spear, because the spear has a throw and then a control tree, right? That is an option. But with that said, the Great Axe also has that option via damage or CC, Marauder and Reaper, if I'm not mistaken, which I would probably have to go more into the Reaper tree than anything. I wish I can see the Reaper tree. I know they probably have the stuff, but it's just not the same as seeing it in game. I just want to play it. So I guess the real choices are, because I'm going to be going strength, right? Just to my knowledge from the preview, the sword and shield scales better with strength than dex. I'm assuming the spear is going to be a dex weapon more so, unless it's still a strength weapon, which I really think the hatchet and the spear should scale more towards dex than strength. Like switch them. The sword scales more with strength than dex, but I think the hatchet and spear should scale more with dex than strength, just because they do have those throwing options. You know what I mean? That's just my thought. But with that said, I'll probably be going the axe, the two-handed axe, because I'm gonna need a strong DPS weapon to burn some of these smaller adds down. with the Marauder tree. And also just want to see what the Reaper tree is going to be like. I'm pretty sure it's going to be some pulls, some charges, some stuns, maybe armor break. The two-handed hammer is also another good option for some crowd control. I got options. The hatchet still might be a better choice for survivability reasons. For its lifesteal. I don't think its lifesteal is going to be as strong. I'm pretty sure they reduced it in one of the patches. Fairly certain. No, it definitely got hit in the, not the recent, but one of the alphas. One of the alpha balance chests. Oh yeah, right here. The Berserker reduced to 10 seconds. Berserking endurance reduced to 2. Nothing really about its lifesteal though. Maybe the hatchet will still be a good secondary to go with. I just wish there was more shield. Like, the shield was just an offhand, right? You have your weapon, and then your shield is an offhand that would replace one of the trees. You know, like if the sword had a threat, like honestly, what they could have done as well was not even add the rapier per se. I guess the rapier bleeds and parries. Anyways, they could have done another tree for the sword. Once you take that shield away and you just have a sword in your hand, maybe some heavy strikes or something. Just give it another tree, take the shield away, and say you want to use an axe and shield, you know? Take away the throwing aspect of the hatchet and just leave the up-close berserk section with the shield stuff on the other side. Now, thinking about that would also, you'd have to think of, I wouldn't really work with their new system they have. I'm getting off topic, I'm just rambling, I'm sorry. Back to what we were saying. Tanking. It's either gonna, for me, you guys, whatever weapons you guys decide to choose, let me know in the comment section below. I'd love to hear and love to know your thoughts on different things. I'm rambling, I'm sorry. But my weapon choices that are most likely going to be all melee. Because we all know me, now that you only have 2 weapons that you can choose from now. No longer global cooldowns, and you have quicker weapon swap. So you can burn through your first weapon, swap to your second weapon real quick, and burn through those ones. And if you have really short weapon cooldowns, you can switch again and go like that, which I'm pretty sure the hatchet's skills are all really short. So you can open up with the hatchet, swap to your other weapon, burn through those ones, and swap back to the hatchet, and you should have some of your skills back up. Like some of the throws, I believe, are really short cooldown. Pretty sure. But anyways, I'm really looking forward to the whole new tanking system. Can't wait to see what they got in the preview in July. Not preview, the test in July. I want to try out that tanking system with the shield. Get that tower shield. That's going to be nice. But I hope you guys enjoyed me listening to me rant about the weapons. I am thoroughly going to enjoy what's to come. And I hope you guys just enjoyed the footage in the background. It was just a preview for everybody who did not watch. But anyways, guys, hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care, be well, and I'll see you on the next video. Have a good one, everybody. Have a good one.